Okay. Dan who? Dan double U. Let's go. Ow, wow, listen right now. Everybody knows the man that says pow. Start the show, gonna talk some toys. This is for the grown-up girls and boys making noise. Let's start the show. Talking Marvel Legends and the money that we blow. Honestly, look, there ain't no stopping me. Turtles and Joes too, let's do this properly. Need to buy more toys, don't tell my bank. Wasn't me, promise it was Hellfire Hank. Whole Who crew, look, they made me do it. If it lands in my door, then I best review it. Screw it, I don't usually boast, but I got Rich M, he's here to host. Raise a toast and raise some ducks. This isn't your average show, we're deluxe.
Hello, you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie? You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind? Hello?
Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. And if this guy looks at me cross-eyed one more time, I'm going to slice his head off just like I'm going to do to the strong collectors. They think they're strong, they've not met their match. Welcome to the channel. Oh, I can't do this any longer. It was me all along. It was me all along. Pow, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Halloween. We are here to recap lots and lots of Marvel Legend news. We have got plenty of news to talk about, so you know I cannot do it on my own. I have today a very special guest, and I say very special because I mean it. Here he is. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yabba dabba hoo!
Yes, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
Well, mama!
I hope Jay is watching because Jay is going to be very, very excited that his idol is on screen. Fred Flintstone, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Dan. How you doing? Been a long day in the mines doing the work of the dinosaurs, but it's been good. In bedrock.
Indeed, it does. Indeed, it's been busy for me. I do have floor on my car, but it probably moves as quick as yours. So that's.
I mean, I bet your club's not as big as mine. It's massive.
Of course it isn't. Of course it is. That's an impressive club. You're not be able to do that voice for the whole bloody show. I had to take my mask off because I wouldn't have been able to drink. Ah, that's better. That's better. Okay, we're back. How are we doing? Rich, you've been gone for like 2-3 weeks. How you been? The people have missed you.
Just been so busy, Dan. But now I'm back. I've escaped from London and I've survived the MCM experience, and now I'm back here.
Yes, indeed. We are back from MCM. So if you wasn't unaware, we were at MCM Comic-Con in London this weekend, or this past weekend, where we got to hang out with Mr. Dwight Stall and reveal some new Marvel Legends to the world. There are also some Marvel Legends revealed today. I'm talking X-Men, Fabian Cortez. We will discuss as we go through the show. We've also got 1027. But first, let me just go through the housekeeping real quick. First and foremost, go and check out all the long form content on the channel. Legends and LUCCA is this weekend and we have a lot to talk about. So if you want to be on Legends and LUCCA this week, start hitting me up with those fresh DMs as soon as this show is over. I'm always appreciated. If you want to support the channel, then anything over £4 or $4, our Talking Robot Assistant Friday will read it out loud. And today I'm trying a new gimmick on YouTube where they've allowed you to set targets for super chats, right? So as a little incentive, if I can get 5 super chats, I will let the Dan Who Extra show be public. So guests are still Who Crew Deluxe, but it will be public for everybody to watch if I can get 5 super chats. Again, it's a new gimmick YouTube are pushing, so I'm just going to try it and see if it works, all right? So you might see that little target. Do you see it, Rich? That little target in the chat? So if we hit 5 super chats. Yeah, so if we hit 5, I will make the Who Crew Deluxe extra show public for today while we are live. All right, that is your little incentive. I appreciate all the support to the channel as always. And again, hit that join button at any tier you desire. All the support is appreciated. But members club for Legends of LUCCA, Who Crew Deluxe tier for their bonus show every single Thursday. And we will be having a Halloween special tonight. So I hope if you plan on joining us tonight, you have your fancy dress, because I don't think I'll be allowing anybody into the Who Crew Deluxe unless they're in fancy dress. It's Halloween, for God's sake. It is Halloween. You have to be in fancy dress for the Who Crew Deluxe, all right? So we appreciate it. And look at this. Matt Bridge starting us off with a super chat. Thank you very much, Matt.
Matt Bridge donated £4.99. Happy Halloween, Who Crew. Awesome to meet Dan and the gang at MCM London. Sorry I couldn't stay long. My son was hunting Pokemon.
Look, that is fair game. Shout out Matt Bridge, who we did meet at MCM Comic Con. He came and got one of these cards off me as well. He says, happy Halloween, Who Crew. Awesome to meet Dan and the gang at MCM. Sorry I couldn't stay long. My son was hunting Pokemon. Well, I hope your son managed to catch some Pokemon. Honestly, it was a fun event. I basically lingered around the Hasbro Marvel Legends section of the booth for the whole day on Saturday. Give out a lot of these cards, even to new subscribers. I think, Rich, I must have gained at least 50 subscribers on that shop floor. I've got less than half of these left as well. So it was a lot of people saying pow to me, which I appreciate. But I do have some extra, of course, that I have promised to channel members. So first come, first serve. If you actually want one of these Who Grew Deluxe cards with... they are numbered on the back, and I'll be doing it in a future live stream. I'll probably give it a couple of weeks, but on a future live stream, I'll be doing a giveaway to win not only the new merch, which isn't available to buy, so you'll be able to get a t-shirt any size you want, any colour that you want as well. We do some new merch, and also I'll be giving away some of the Who Crew in figure form as well, all right? So much appreciated, Matt Bridge. Thank you very much. Let's go to the chat, actually, Rich. Let's have a look, shall we? So there's my interview with Mr. Dwight Stall. So again, you know I hate using the term interview. It really is more of a conversation. It wasn't any hard-hitting questions. Of course, I did mention Giant Man, though, as that is a very relevant topic that a lot of people want some clarity on. Damien with the super chat. Thank you very much, Damien. He says, next time, Dan and Co, come join me for the 007 drink pow. Yeah, Damien went off on the Sunday to go to the 007 bar. He had a martini, shaken, not stirred. So shout out Damien, who I met for the first time at MCM Comic Con. He made the trip all the way from the Shetland Islands, so a long way to go. But yes, go and check out my interview with Mr. Dwight Stall. Honestly, he was an absolute pleasure to hang around with. He really, really was. He was very giving of his time. He spoke to everybody, spoke about Marvel Legends, gave us a lot of little tidbits about 2025. So yeah, go and have a taste of that with the video up on my channel right now. I'm sure you already have if you watch this live stream, but I'll put the link in the description in case you have not, so you can save that to your watch later list. Very generous with his time. Thank you very much, Mr. Dwight Stall. You're welcome back to London any time you wish. Rich, did you have a good time?
But he's in LUCCA Comic Con now. He's in the better Comic Con, isn't he?
He is at LUCCA Comic Con. Do you have a good time on the weekend?
Yeah. I love London. Love London. It's the best place in the world. Love it.
He says non-sarcastically. I didn't like the price. I've got a fridge full of these at home. And at the bar, these were like £7 to £8. One time I paid like £9 for a bottle of this. Absolutely ridiculous. But this is what we're talking about today. So a few weeks ago, I put this graphic on the screen, and people laughed at me about LUCCA Comic Con, including Rich. People laughed at me and was like,
LUCCA Comic Con?
Will there be a reveal this year? And I was like, of course there will. Some of the breadcrumbs that the Hasbro team do leave you to actual results. So yes, we have had reveals now at all of these events. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's stream. We're going to be recapping and talking about these reveals from New York that we know about. We've spoke about the Sentinel already. We've got MCM Comic Con from this weekend. Also on Sunday was 10/27, where we got just one reveal, but it does give us a few little clues and hints to what 2025 may have in offer. And so does the reveals from LUCCA Comic Con as well. Not many, but again, little breadcrumbs that may lead to more characters we are needing for our collections in 2025. So we're going to break down all of those reveals. But first, let's just go to the chat, Rich. Let's see who is here And we are already 2 super chats in on my little target. So you can see the little target right there at the top. You see the goal ends in 49 minutes. The Who Crew Extra will be public. So if you can get me 5 super chats in the next 49 minutes, we've already got 2, so 3 more. The Who Crew Extra Live bonus show will be public for everybody to enjoy, at least while it's live, all right, as a little incentive. Thank you very much. Let me scroll up, see who else is in here. Octane, Damien, Matt, of course, Gary A, Kevin B, Jim Ruby says greetings from the Greer, South California. Giant Man arrived yesterday and today, just in time for Halloween. Dracula, Bloodstorm, Brother Voodoo, and Damien Hallstrom. Yes, that Strange Tales wave is definitely shipping in on time for a lot of people. How are your eyes? How are your Giant Man eyes? Kurt K says, Powell from New Jersey. Paul McCarthy says, Who Crew, here's to a great evening, tipping his glass. He's drinking a wine glass. Very classy, very classy. Mikey Moon.
He's obviously not in London, Dan.
Clearly not. Cool's Cave is in there as well. Biggest Dog Ever, St. James. Jellyfig, Stan Hayden says, evening all. We spent some time with Dan this weekend as well. Marvel fan, Lady Mac. I'm assuming she's drinking wine as well. Kev's Collectibles. David Mitchell says, Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, David. Collecting Rush says, Happy Halloween, Who Crew. I'll catch the show later. Currently out to dinner with the wife for our 5-year anniversary. Very spooky commitment. Ooh. Congratulations. Hobby says, hello, Dan, Y, and Rich. Look, don't let that catch on. Dwight was trying to change my name and everything. Who else we got? DJ No Good. I can't think if that's a great name for a DJ or not a good name for a DJ. Would you hire a DJ if his name was DJ No Good?
Yeah, I would.
I think Rich would, yeah, because he's so confident. He doesn't need a good name. You have to find out for yourself. Greg Finstad.
I'm paying you. Play Atomic Kitten again. All the Atomic Kitten again. That's all I mean.
John, who else we got? Cool Case says 2025 is going to be another great year for Legends. I can feel it. Yeah, no one can doubt this year has definitely been an uptick from previous years. Gone are the plastic free packaging eras and all of that. Yeah, that's the real horror stories. If we were going to tell a horror story tonight, we'd be turning the lights off going, remember when we used to collect Marvel Legends?
I got money in
Plastic free packaging. What else we got? I play with toys. He says, what were your guys' favourite reveals at the con? Are you referring to MCM Comic Con or just in general? I think this month my favourite reveal has to be the Sentinel, of course. But if you were referring in particular to one of the other cons, I quite like the reveal for potentially more Dark Avengers, maybe. But we'll discuss that. What about you, Rich?
I really liked the Acolytes finally starting at LUCCA Comic Con.
Indeed they are. Fabian or Fabian? How do you say it? Fabian or Fabian? Fabian Cortez.
Fabian Cortez.
Fabian Cortez, yeah, or Fabian
Fabian?
Cortez. Yeah.
Fabian.
I know, it's one of these again. It's like
It's Titania all over again, isn't it?
Titania or Titania.
Let's commit. We just go with one and we'll Fabian.
Okay, Fabian.
That sounds more
Cortez.
American, doesn't it?
Right,
Fabian.
Cool. Rico says Hasbro owes Dan a check. Dan does some great work. I appreciate that. But as long as I keep making some great Marvel Legends, I will be content. Because it's all about creating that Marvel universe on the display. That is for sure. Fabian says Cloud. Thank you very much. There we go. Fabian. Right. Okay. Let's just jump into some of these reveals then, Rich. Let's do a quick recap for the people. So, New York Comic Con. You've been away for the last couple of weeks, to be fair, Rich. So I don't think people have heard your full opinions on the Sentinel. Or if they have, just remind them. So the Sentinel was the one big reveal. I followed those breadcrumbs. I thought it would lead to Mephisto. I was wrong. And if you listen to the Strong Collectors, I'm a big filthy liar. Look, I'm a filthy liar. Look, I'm used to people making clickbait about me on YouTube, but usually I've got like a teardrop emoji and I'm shouting Robbie at somebody. Look, whatever works to get clicks. I don't mind. But shout out the Strong Collectors. I approve of their clickbait. But yes, I was wrong. I was clearly wrong about Mephisto. It turned out to be the Sentinel. That was our second chance. Rich, what do you think of the Sentinel? I'm going to find some pictures.
Hello?
Yeah, I like that it's good. I like that it's
good.
I like that it's not a HasLab, even though it kind of is HasLab. It's not a HasLab, Dan, but we get it next year.
No HasLab, yeah, and maybe no HasLabs next year as well. Maybe we will find out.
But more made-to-order things you wait a year for, so
Yeah.
similar but different. It's not a HasLab.
Look, I'm not mad about it at all. Look, let me
Diet HasLab, like Diet Coke.
Diet HasLab. I'm trying to find some decent pictures of the Sentinel. I should have loads, considering we've seen it this weekend.
It looked good in the case with all the other figures, to be fair.
It did indeed, but it just looked a little bit... We need some more crew. We need some more of the X-Men team, that is for sure.
Oh yeah, we need a big blue guy with glasses and a lab coat, don't we? Now we need...
Look, I did I not mention in my interview with
you,
Dwight?
Dad.
Hang on now. Did you not listen to my interview with Dwight? I said we also need someone that could potentially give out some fireworks and cause some distractions. That was a
Dan, you know the Strong Collectors haven't done it yet. They haven't recapped your interview fully yet. I'm waiting for that to come up.
All right,
They've only recapped your lies so far. Your dirty lies.
Okay, so the Sentinel is out there for people. Honestly, people, this doesn't charge until next year, until it starts to ship. So technically, you have about 10 to 11 months as a minimum to
get a job.
To get a job, yeah. Look, of course, if you don't want it or if the price isn't for you, I'm not talking to you, okay? If you've already decided for whatever reason this isn't for you, then I am not talking to you, okay? I am talking to the people that would potentially like the idea of adding this particular look of a Sentinel to their Marvel Legends collection. So if you would like this, then again, put your pre-order in before the 26th of November, just to give yourself that option for the foreseeable future, because if you decide you want it in January but you didn't pre-order it, you have no longer got the option to order it. It will be gone. But if you pre-order it now and then in January or February financial circumstances change, your collecting habits change, and you just don't want it anymore, then you can cancel it. Give yourself that option. Don't get FOMO, because I've seen this in person now. It's impressive.
Just to clear the air, though, for anyone out there who doesn't pre-order, but then next December does decide that they want one, look up Rich M's Not a HasLab store on eBay. You can get one for $700. I might even do you a deal. I might even sign it for you. There you go.
That's a great deal. Great deal. Yeah,
and you can buy as many as you want in the UK now. There's no limit.
That's true.
Now.
That's true. I'm going to ignore that guy for the moment. I spoke to the Hasbro Pulse team at MCM, and they just confirmed it was a genuine mistake. It was a mistake. They had the limited free up when it first went live, but it was just a genuine mistake behind the scenes. They turned it off, so we now have unlimited option. You can get more than free if you desire. So again, go crazy if you want to. I think I'm in for at least free. At least free. I'm not regretting not getting free of the previous Sentinel. So yeah, I think I'm in for at least free, but might put a few extra little separate orders in just to give myself the option, and maybe I'll get lucky in a few football accumulators, and as the year goes on, I don't know, time will tell, but at least I'll give myself the option. Let's jump back to the chat for a second. I've got a channel membership token from Justin Collect. So he says, "Hey Rich, awesome costume. Hope you guys, except Dan, had a blast at MCM."
What? This is my work clothes. This doesn't mean work.
This is Rich's regular attire. Why are you offending him? Thank you, not thank you. Justin Collects. I'm confused of how to. Hit him with that, Rich. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Where's my weapon gone? My weapon was somewhere. Hope you sleep well tonight, Justin. All right, because if you hear some bumps in the night, yeah, that's right. Be scared. Be scared. Yeah, John agrees with me. Best costume ever, Rich, says Aunt Jamelia. She's a fan. Jemima. Sorry. It's just me, how I read it. I apologise. It's my brain. I'm stupid. I apologise. Dan, where's your
Jamelia's on loose women, man, nowadays. She's given up on the music.
Has she? Doc Avengers says, "Where's my Barney costume?" I should have, shouldn't I? I had no idea Rich was wearing this until he joined the Zoom call. Otherwise, I would have committed to the bit. I would have got myself a blonde wig. And what's he here? He's got
you could have got his Barney or Bam Bam or Pebbles.
Yeah. I still haven't seen Jay in the chat. I'm worried that Jay joined the stream, seeing you with...
We know what Jay's doing.
Oh, dear. Oh no. Okay, that's why he's quiet. Okay, we'll leave him to it. Sorry, Jay. Didn't want to interrupt. Do you finish whatever you're doing? I sold off my 3 HasLab Sentinels and used the money to buy some of these X-Men 97 Sentinels. I strongly prefer the aesthetic of these new Sentinels, says Juan Sanchez. And I think a lot of people will also be doing the same. Again, both Sentinel options are great. You've got the sort of more modern day sort of mechanical Sentinel from the House of X sort of storyline, or you can strip it back and go a little bit more classic. Yes, it's inspired from the animated show, but this design was also in the comics. It is still an absolutely comic book accurate Sentinel. So as I always
if
say,
your wife's ever told you like that size doesn't matter, there's always the Titan Sentinel. But we all know size does matter, children. It does.
It secretly does. But you've got plenty of Sentinel options now, that is for sure. Right. Let's go back to our quick brief recap. So what else? So MCM Comic-Con was Captain America. So bit of transparency. I got told about one of these in advance, but I got told about it on Thursday evening. Okay, so I have not known for ages. I got told about it on Thursday evening. So I had to, after my live stream on Thursday with Jay, I filmed that little video that I scheduled for the Saturday. So that's why that video went live on the Saturday, and I only discussed Captain America, Sam Wilson. I never discussed the other two, because at that time of recording, I was unaware of the other reveals. But
you thought it was Mephisto getting revealed,
course,
didn't you? That's what you thought.
Of course,
it
I
was
did.
Mephisto.
According to the strong collectors, that's what I thought, right? But it was, of course, the two other reveals at the convention were Red Hulk and the new Falcon. So we've got Captain America, Sam Wilson, the new Falcon, and the Red Hulk. So we got to see these in person. They've chose, so instead of the traditional Build-A-Figure wave to accompany a movie this year, because they wanted to do these 3 characters justice, and it would have been harder to break it down and put these into the regular Build-A-Figure format without sacrificing something that is needed to properly represent these characters as we're going to see them on screen. They've decided for this movie, they are doing 3 deluxe figures. So will we see more characters from this movie in the future? Potentially, maybe there are some more up their sleeves, but there is no Build-A-Figure wave for this movie, and instead we have these 3 deluxe offerings: Captain America, Falcon, and Red Hulk. So it was an MCU reveal. So yes, I'm very aware Captain America got revealed in London. Okay, calm down everybody. Okay, I know the Americans are very patriotic, but again, it was just all about timing, I am sure. And this is for the MCU people. The movie comes out in February, so it's about, like, this is regular sort of practice. We see the reveals now. They will probably start hitting stores in January, so you have the figures available in hand by the time you go and see the movie. You'll probably be able to go and see the film with your Red Hulk in hand, and that's not a euphemism. I don't think anyone's that excited about the new Captain America film. But so Rich, I know people at the minute are a bit hit and miss with the MCU, but just in regards as an MCU reveal, do you reckon this was the right choice for them to go deluxes rather than the Build-A-Figure format to properly do these characters?
I mean, I think for the wings, to get the wings, to get the way that Dwight said it would have been like, if they had done it, it would have been like, had to be a Build-A-Wing wave as well, so then they wouldn't be able to do Red Hulk, and that would have been a deluxe.
Yeah.
So I think to do it like this, it gives you the characters you want, and it gives you all the pieces you want, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to get the new Captain America, because I've already got the one from the Disney Plus wave, and there's not enough changes for me personally. But if you missed out on that or didn't get all the wings, this is a good way to get it. I am going to get the Falcon, and I am going to get the Red Hulk, because I think the Red Hulk looks really good. I really like it. I know some people were like, oh, it doesn't look like Harrison Ford, but it's a CGI. It's a CGI Hulk anyway, so I'm not too bothered.
I genuinely, I agree. We've seen this in person, and I also don't see the Harrison Ford likeness in there.
Yeah.
But just think, I think they have been making these behind the scenes for a good while, as we know, and I'm sure that Harrison Ford, like, CGI is constantly being tweaked and tweaked and tweaked until the film comes out, because for the trailer they only have to finalize a tiny segment of it, but the rest of the film is still being worked on. So I think Hasbro probably never had the proper CGI, like how it's actually going to look. So again, like, it's still a Red Hulk.
I will say as well, I'm much more interested in this wave after yesterday, because I went to the cinema yesterday.
Yep.
I watched Venom 3, The
Oh
Last
dear,
Dance.
I apologise about that.
And the trailer for Captain America was the best bit of my movie experience yesterday. I will say that.
I do like the trailer for it. Like, I genuinely am intrigued, and like the stealth suit is inspired with his new costume, of like we can see here. It's definitely got elements of. It's sort of like the stealth suit mixed in with the Age of Ultron Captain America. Like, there's definitely Steve Rogers inspired suit for the new Captain America, Sam Wilson. And they've also publicly said that they're trying to make the film a little bit more grounded, so it's similar in tone to Winter Soldier. Now, I doubt without the same creative team behind the scenes, it is gonna probably be as good as Winter Soldier, but if they get even close to Winter Soldier, then it's going to be a good movie, because I regard the Winter Soldier very highly within the tier of MCU movies. So if they get close, I'm also genuinely intrigued about the leader. Like, we may still get like a single pack or a deluxe leader at some point, and that's one of those sort of those Easter eggs that they haven't actually played out in the MCU. It's one of those last little clues from the original Hulk movie that we haven't really seen fleshed out as the MCU has grew on. So I'm excited to see that come back around. And again, as being an MCU guy for all these years, you get rewarded for knowing these little details. So I'm looking forward to seeing the leader. I know Serpent Society was rumored, and then we may still have them in the movie, we may not, we don't know. So I genuinely am excited for 2025 and the MCU, and I'm always happy to get new figures before the film's out. It only whets the appetite, and I'm not mad at them doing it this way, because again, it's the right way to do it. You wouldn't have been able to do a Build-A-Figure wave and give Sam, Falcon and Red Hulk all of the things that they need, because they both come with interchangeable heads. Well, all three of them come with two heads. Both of them come with different backpacks. They both come with red wing. The wings are better articulated than the previous ones. So like Rich said, it gives you options. If you have the previous Sam Captain America, of course you don't need this one, but if you want a new one and you don't want to chase all the Build-A-Figure pieces or buy figures you don't want to get it, you can just get this one. So for what they are, I do think when it comes to MCU, it genuinely depends on the film. Right now, people's probably hype levels to the MCU is a little bit low, but if this film is good, then it will change their perception on these figures, because if the film's good, they're going to want the figures to represent that good film they just seen. So let's hope the film's good, and I'm sure these figures may get a little bit more love, and people may get that itch again for the MCU, because again, it's always peaks and troughs.
People say that though, but I would say like Deadpool and Wolverine was a good movie, and well, it's finished now. I really enjoyed Agatha all along as well. I think those two have been great. Like, they've been like, I think Agatha all along is like one of the best Disney Plus shows I've seen.
That's good to hear. I've not watched any of it yet. I know the finale's tonight, right?
I think it's out now at the minute. Yeah, the last 2 episodes are streaming. I would highly recommend watching it. It's kind of tone-ish, similar to WandaVision, but it kind of goes into its own thing, and it sets up a few characters as well for the future. So yeah, I would recommend it.
100%. I'm going to watch it. I had always had intentions to, but I want to watch it in my own pace. So once all those episodes are out, I'll probably watch it over a couple of nights, to be fair. So yeah, I'll absolutely watch Agatha. But MCU next year. Captain America in February. In March, we've got Daredevil. And we know that they've been trying to change that so it's a continuation from the Netflix film. Then in the summer, we've got Thunderbolts, Asterix. And then in this, would you say autumn or the winter, we're going to have the Fantastic Four as well. So I do think next year...
I think it's summer as well.
Oh, is it summer too?
Yeah, okay. Only a couple of months after Thunderbolts.
Oh, okay. I assumed in my head it was November or something. But no, that's good to know.
Blade will be out in 2099 of this, right?
Good luck with Blade. They're going to have to recast Blade again, because...
Poor Blade.
Because, yeah, it's just not good, is it? So, next year I do think the MCU will be on a bit more of an uptick, and maybe people will get back on board, because these figures look really, really nice. So let's move on to 1027. So 1027, they basically recapped the Sentinel, they recapped these figures, and then they just gave us one new reveal for the weekend, and it was...
Oh, beautiful, beautiful Carla.
Yeah, so Dark Avengers, Rich, they have sort of said this is a soft launch, because they made a point to show off the Norman Osborn for the Iron Patriot from the Cabal 3-pack. And they made a point to say that was the start of a sort of soft launch of a new team. So that makes me think we are going to get newer versions of characters we may have already even gotten. Because I'm thinking characters like Ares we already have, but granted, he's probably worthy of an upgrade. So I think Ryan saying it in that regard may be referring to a new built Dark Avengers team in 2025, and we're starting off here with what do they call her? It's not Moonstone, is it? What do they call her? Just Captain Marvel again?
They're calling her Dark Warbird, but she was never Warbird. She was Dark Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
This was when Carol Danvers was Miss Marvel, so she took the powers of Miss Marvel, and she's got the classic Carol Danvers costume on. So I'm really hoping. I think in that 1027, Ryan said there's more to come with this figure. So I really hope we got a classic like Farrah Fawcett head, Carol Danvers head to go on it. Because if you could swap them over, that is Carol's look basically.
Yeah, well, we seen. I'm just trying to get a picture of the Dark Avengers up on the screen. We seen with the original Warbird we got in this year's 85th anniversary lineup. She did come with the two heads, one more classic with the eye mask and one a little bit more modern. So I am assuming then that them only revealing this means we're going to get at least an interchangeable head and some interchangeable hands. Sort of basically the same as the previous Warbird, but just with a different costume. So yeah, I'm happy. And if we can start completing this team in a more updated format, I think we've got a couple of Hawkeyes, to be fair. So I don't think Hawkeye or the black suit Spider-Man are desperately needed right now. It's not Peter Parker. Is it Matt Gorg? What's his? Who's the Peter Parker? Who's the black suit Spider-Man in Dark Avengers?
No, it's the god, the spider god, the evil spider god guy, isn't it? That's who it is. Anansi, is it or something? But that's who the Spider-Man is. And then yeah, it is. I think Matt doesn't. Matt Gordon, the Scorpion, doesn't he become Venom at one point?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, that's what I'm getting confused.
That's in the Thunder, but that's in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, but in regards to this team, in regards to figure form right now, we have a black suit Spider-Man. Like you could use the one we're getting in the Secret Wars wave to be your Dark Avengers black suit Spider-Man if you want. We've got a couple of Hawkeyes already, so you can go with one of the newer ones from the 65th anniversary with the car thing, or you can go with one of the All-Father wave. We've got a couple of Hawkeyes. Draken is another one that we could probably do with an upgrade of, and I've got to assume he's coming, right? It's another Wolverine character. So yeah,
I wanted to adapt him, but I don't want him in this look. I want him in like it is more modern look.
I want his top look with the head. Yeah.
Or for the full tattoo on show, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Tana is saying in the chat that Spider God was the second version, so the Spider God was the Dark Avengers version, and then Matt Gargan was the version in Dark Avengers.
Oh, so I was right. Okay, good.
You was right, Dan.
I was right. Sometimes I am right.
You don't lie all the time.
Strong collectors. Yeah, I've got a bit of comic knowledge up there. So Ares we already have, but again, that figure could do with an upgrade undoubtedly. We have just gotten a new Iron Patriot, so we've just got the Dark Miss Marvel now. Sentry, we got a new Sentry not long ago. Now, granted, could they do better? Of course they could, but I do think the more recent Sentry would probably fit this bill. And then we also have Marvel Boy, but we haven't got this costume for Marvel Boy. So maybe... So in regards to costume accurate versions, we need Marvel Boy.
Did we get this costume in... Oh no, it was the Young Avengers version, wasn't it? Yeah.
So in regards to this, if we're trying to complete this team in these looks, then we technically need Marvel Boy, Draken. To be fair, that's all we need to complete the team on the shelf, but then you could pick any of them for an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one we've never had is Carla, is Miss Marvel, really. All the other ones you can get some version of this team when we've got that Miss Marvel figure. So I think to go with her first is a good thing, because it allows you to complete them on the shelves, even if the articulation isn't quite there.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's about team building, as you know. So, like, as long as we have something to at least fill that gap on the shelf, that I'm definitely more happy with that rather than missing a character completely. So, yeah, I think we could complete a Dark Avengers team right now, but some characters there are definitely worthy of an upgrade. And based off what Ryan was saying with this tease, then I think we will be getting some more Dark Avengers. They basically obviously said more are coming. Even Dan Yoons followed that up on Twitter by saying more Dark Avengers in 2025. So that was your reveal for 1027. So were you happy with this one?
Yeah, I love this. I've been waiting a long time for this. So I mean, we've got a lot of moons. Again, I said before, the moonstone I want is either classic Carla, like yellow and like white helmet, or meteorite Carla when she's like the Thunderbolts, where she's like disguised as a superhero. Those are the two I love the most. But I love Carla. She's just a bitch. She's just a bitch of a character. She's like a psychiatrist, but she's evil, an evil psychiatrist.
The evilest of all evil.
Evil of them all.
Okay, cool. So that was 10/27. Let's go back to our list then. So we've got New York Comic Con Sentinel. MCM was the MCU Captain America Brave New World reveals. And then 10/27 was Carla, sort of Dark Warbird, Dark Avengers tease, essentially. That was 10/27. So LUCCA Comic Con comes around, and it is happening today.
The one we all wait for. I can't wait. I got my 3310 Nokia ready, Dan, ready to go to watch it.
To be fair to the Hasbro team, they remembered that last year we were stuck with that grainy Lalandra picture for weeks. So the team were on point this year, and Dan Yoon basically straight away posted out the high-res images.
The JPEGs were ready. They were ready, Dan.
They were ready with the JPEGs, which we do appreciate. So we got our first reveal from LUCCA Comic Con, and it is, of course, Fabian Cortez. An X-Men villain, acolytes potential here. Like, last time at LUCCA Comic Con, they revealed one character, which was Lalandra. She ended up being in a 2-pack with the Brood Wolverine. So seeing this on its own makes me assume, but again, don't listen to me, I'm a liar. This makes me assume that it could be paired with something else rather than it just being a single pack. This is going to be in a multi-pack, a 2-pack, a 3-pack. I feel like he's going to be paired or packed with someone else. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. But
See, I think that this could be an X-Men wave, because we've had that AOA Uncanny X-Force Nightcrawler revealed as well.
Okay.
And we haven't had an X-Men wave this year, as I moan about quite a lot. So a comic book X-Men wave, those would be two great characters to get. Like Nightcrawler is a version of Nightcrawler we haven't had before. Technically, it's the AOA version of Nightcrawler, so it appeases AOA fans. It fills out the X-Force slot. And Fabian Cortez, like I said before, we've never had any of the Acolytes in an Acolytes uniform. So it starts that team. Like, he was in X-Men Volume 2, number 1, and that's where he first appeared. Like, the Jim Lee, Chris Claremont relaunch of X-Men. So, like, one of the biggest selling comic books of all time. He's a great character. He's such a bitch. He's a proper bitch. He's so, like, he just whines and moans, and he's just terrible. But I love Fabian Cortez. He showed up in Sword in Krakoa. And yeah, to get him to start off the team is great. We need Exodus next, I think. And for me, I love Frenzy or Scanner or Anasion, like all the females, basically. But yeah, just a great starting point, I think, for these characters. And again, they've all got team uniform. So to start with this one, you can slowly build up the other ones.
Considering it's in his team uniform, does that not make you think, well, they could just pack in another 2 Acolytes, turn it into a 3-pack, and they're all in the matching uniforms?
I mean, they could. They won't, but they could.
Yeah,
they could do that, yeah.
They never do exactly what we want them to do, unfortunately. But no, this is a good start. I don't think we've had him in the Marvel Legends line proper, right? Have we had him in the 6-inch scale?
Never in the all the Toy Biz. We had Exodus in the Toy Biz, but we never even had like a 5-inch Fabian Cortez.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is good. And he is completely pinless as well. Happy to report. You can see the double pinless elbows there, double pinless legs. So it is a completely pinless representation of Fabian. He comes with the plastic cape, which I know some people like, some people dislike, but it is the Marvel Legends aesthetic. So I think this is good. This is a good representation. I hope he comes with an interchangeable head with his longer hair as well, because then you have the different eras. Because in the actual...
Has he not got the ponytail at the back?
Well, I don't know. This is what I'm saying. I don't know.
Surely they've not done him without his ponytail.
Because in the animated show, he has the longer hair, right? And
yeah,
even in the X-Men 1,
he always has a ponytail. Yeah, he's got to have a ponytail. There must be a ponytail.
We need a confirmation. Any of the Hasbro team lurking? Does he have his ponytail? We need to find that out. But yeah, I genuinely can't tell from this image. That's why I was hoping. Hopefully, we have the longer hair.
I'm going to cut the one off Rubbish Jean Grey and stick that on now.
So yeah, okay. So there's Fabian. So that was an X-Men reveal. So at MCM Comic Con, Dwight did sort of tease the Who crew and say that there would be an X-Men villain revealed at LUCCA Comic Con. So it always got our minds thinking, who could it be? Who could it be? A lot of us sort of leaned more into Exodus, but Exodus is to do with the Acolytes as well. So like, we weren't that far off. And there was also a little tease as well with MCM Comic Con, but I'll come back around to that because that wasn't an officially shown. It was just very, very small on Dwight's desktop. So if you noticed, you noticed. But we'll come back around. Another reveal from LUCCA Comic Con was this alternative version of Spot. So if you have seen Into the Spider-Verse, Volume 2, or whatever it's called, Part 2, or whatever it is. I've seen it now, by the way, so I'm aware that this is from the end of the film where the Spot has, like, absorbed all the negative energy.
You spoiled it for everyone now, all the children.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, kids watching. I'm so sorry. You should be
Eat your candy, kids.
So this is at the end of the movie. So it's basically, because they made this body and it's a completely unique, lankly, slender man-looking body, they had to find a way to reuse it. So this is accurate from the film. Like, it's fair game, but it's not something I need by any means. But if you are a big fan of the Spider-Verse, then there you go. You've got another alternative character design to add to your growing Spider-Verse collection. Rich, you're a fan of the movie, right? But didn't get any of the figures, right?
No, I did get you. Obviously, I got all the figures.
You got all of them? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got the original ones that came like in the Build-A-Figure, and then I got all of the last waves. I didn't. Oh no, there's another wave coming out in there. I haven't got that one yet.
That's what I was sort of alluding to. You're only going to get
Spider-Man India and Miles G. Morales. I'm only getting those two from the Prowler Miles.
Yeah, I forgot that wasn't out yet.
Yeah, the other ones are like they just redos of the first wave, and there's not enough redo. Like I said before, if the AI had come with Spider-Man 29, I would have got that. But because it comes with Spider-Gwen, I'm not bothered by it.
Sorry if you can hear me rattling around. I'm looking for my bottle opener. Oh, here it is. I thought
you were looking for your knife for scary movies again.
No. I'm looking for my bottle opener. There you go. The Thanos. So yeah, this is there for anyone who wants it. Into the Spider-Verse 2 alternative look for Spot. Does anyone want it? Genuine question in the chat. Anybody? Anybody out there? Just give me a little sign. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. No, so far. Okay, Dave does.
Virtual Dave does, yeah.
This is Andrew. Shout out Andrew. He hung around with us for a little bit. MCM Comic Con. Meh says biggest dog ever. Kurt K says miss. Kev's Collectible says miss. Cloud says miss. Robert says nah. Strong Collector says pass.
Not for everyone. It's for, people who like the movie.
I was just curious.
For the children. Somebody think of the children. Look, come on.
I get it. I was just curious. That was all. But it is what it is. There we go. So that was revealed, and then also revealed. This isn't exciting, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. It is these two sort of reissues for the MCU. What? I know, yeah.
What?
Look, they did this last year with the Iron Man Mark 85, I think, and also with the Iron Spider-Man, but without the Waldos. I still think if they included the legs as a single pack Spider-Man, that would have actually sold like hotcakes, but they didn't. So this is their incentive to have on like the retail shelves all year long. It's meant to encourage casual fans and give casual fans the opportunity to pick up some of the A-tier characters that they may have seen in the movies, always available on the shelf. And I, for one, don't mind it at all. I completely understand what this is for. And if this can be brought as a present or be brought by someone passing the shelves, and this could be the start of someone's collection, then I'm all for inspiring the next generation of collectors. So I don't think anybody should be mad at this. These releases are not taking anything away from the other things we are getting. Just because these exist don't mean we are getting two less of something you want. These are existing, so there is something that is evergreen on the retail shelves to inspire the next collector. And if you are genuinely a fan of Marvel Legends and you want the line to continue, then we need new collectors to jump on board and discover the line. So I, for one, get what this is for. I welcome it. Is it for me? No, not at all, but I understand what it's there for, and I think this is fair game. So yeah, if you've missed out on these are two good versions of the characters as well. You've got Steve Rogers with the good unmasked Steve Rogers head as well, and you've also got the Far From Home Spider-Man, and it's a Spider-Man. These figures always get hard to find in the aftermarket, so you may have been backtracking on a couple of these, and now you've got another opportunity to. So I don't see anything wrong with these. These are fair game, right, Rich?
Yeah. I mean, brings new people in. I wish they would do something like this with the comic figures, though. Like keep
Agreed.
like a pinless like Wolverine, a pinless Spider-Man, like Daredevil, Captain America, Iron Man. Like keep those constantly in production as well.
No, I agree with that completely. Yeah, that would be a good way. Like if they had because obviously this packaging is very much in MCU inspired, but a similar sort of line where it's the comic figures, and there's always a way to get a comic Spider-Man, or even if they use the grey Avengers card back, do you know, like to always keep out. No, not
don't
that one.
use. That's a shit card back. Don't use that card back.
What, a new one, a new design? You're gonna
a
design
new card back, Generation X card back, Generation X.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So. Yeah, I'm game for it. I'm still a little bit sad we haven't seen Generation X this year because it was their 30th anniversary, right, Rich?
No one remembered, Dan. Just me by myself reading my epic collections and my signed copies and looking at my artwork.
Well, hopefully, hopefully we're getting some more Generation X love next year. But if they're going into the acolytes, then they're not forgetting about the X-Men. That is for sure. So there we go.
The strong collectors just said, "Who is Generation?" I've just unsubscribed from the strong collectors.
I'm going to call the strong collectors the weak collectors because every time they talk about Marvel Legends, they both sit there going, "It's a skip from me. It's a pass from me." Do you even collect? I want to see your displays, people, all right? I need to see what's on your shelf because you guys skip everything. And if you want me to promote your show, definitely don't subscribe to the Strong Collectors, people. Definitely don't. They need to...
Dakota Johnson is not my favourite Dakota again.
Yeah.
Not Dakota Strong Collector anymore.
Let's go to their channel. Let's have a little look. Right, definitely, whatever you do, right, whatever you're going to do this Halloween, don't subscribe to the Strong Collectors, all right? Definitely don't subscribe to this channel. Don't subscribe to the Strong Collectors, yeah? They're weak collectors. They're weak is what they are. Look at their clickbait video. Dan who lied to us about Marvel Legends. I can't believe it. I was scrolling Instagram harmlessly, about to go to bed.
I like the Dakota did the Sentinel photo, though. Dakota did the Sentinel photo, hooray!
Little bastards. Little bastards. Dakota says he lives in a bus. Is that why you can't buy Legends? We don't have big budgets like you. No, what you need to do is just get yourself in debt, all right? Terrible.
We have a budget. Where's our budget? I'd like some of our budget.
You ain't seen the rest of my house. I live in a barn. This room looks great, but the rest of my house is decrepit. Ted shits all over the place. Yeah, honestly. This is sort of facade. All right, cool. Right. Anyway, don't subscribe to these idiots. They're weak. Okay, Rich. So, out of all of those reveals, I think for you, I'm going to say that the Fabian Cortez reveal and the potential of more deeper cut X-Men and the Acolytes is probably the most exciting thing, excluding the Sentinel from everything that got revealed this past
No,
week.
I would say Fabian Cortez is better than the Sentinel for me because I've got Sentinels, but I've not got a Fabian Cortez. So it would be Fabian Cortez first, then it would be Dark Miss Marvel, and let's stop calling her Dark Warbird. I know Hasbro want to call her Dark Warbird, but she was never Warbird. She was Miss Marvel.
We're putting a stop to
Dark
this
Miss
right
Marvel.
now.
Dark Miss Marvel.
We're putting a stop to it, people. No one called her Dark Warbird.
Stop the Miss Marvel erasure, right, people?
Yeah, for sure. So there she is. Let me get her back on screen. So there she is. So we don't know. She comes up for pre-order pretty soon. And I think the early November, I think maybe the 7th. They did tell us the date. I can't quite remember, but it's early November anyway. So when the pre-order goes up, that's when we'll see the interchangeable pieces she comes with. And I can only assume an extra head and some hands, exactly the same as the Warbird did in the 85th anniversary line. And then no information any further about Fabian Cortez, so time will tell. But I like Rich's idea about an X-Men wave. I don't think people will be mad at that at all. We have already, like Rich said, got the X-Force Nightcrawler, so this is another X-Men reveal that's been shown that we're not quite sure where it's going.
What's that? Oh, so they've shown Fabian Cortez and they've shown Nightcrawler, so I can exclusively confirm that the other 5 figures in the wave are all Wolverine now.
Wolverine.
That's it.
Shall I show them the little tease from Dwight's computer? Now, you're going to think your computer, like my internet's playing up, and you're going to be thinking, Dan, the stream's gone dodgy, the quality's gone bad. But no, I assure you this is the quality of the tease. Okay, so I apologise in advance. But that is our tease. So basically, the story is, and Dwight Stall did the reveals at MCM Comic Con, and then at the end of the panel, he left his laptop screen open, intentionally, of course. He knew what he was doing, and he drawn the eyes to the Sacred Timeline, which is basically their deck of the next year or so's reveals or figures they're working on, whatever it may be. So everyone was focused on that, but as a little tiny box on his computer was this image. So this is a tease of an upcoming Marvel Legend. Now it's a gold pipe or a gold rope. Like, I don't really know. So Dwight showed it me and says, Dan, do you know what this is? And I looked at it and said, nope. And he went, good. And then he left it on his computer for everybody to see.
I got money in the bank.
I'm curious what it is. Robert Page, thank you very much for the 99. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Robert Page. I appreciate you. Much appreciated. Remember, people, we have got that goal going on in the chat. We got 9 minutes for 2 more super chats if you want the Who Crew Extra show to be public. So it's on you. I give you the option here, people. Look, there you go. Look, 9. Let me move this up a little bit. All right, let me press that button. Look, press that. Look, the goal end. This is new for YouTube, so I'm just trying it out. All right, just play along with me. 9 minutes. We need 2 more super chats, and if we get that goal, I will make the Who Crew Deluxe bonus show public while it is live. Okay, and hopefully we're going to have some guests with fancy dress, so it should be fun. All right, so you've got 9 minutes for 2 more super chats. No pressure, completely up to you. Let's go back to this. So Rich, what are your initial thoughts seeing this picture?
So first of all, I thought, oh, Todd McFarlane's doing a new Wonder Woman figure. Then I thought, oh, maybe it's Power Princess, but they've already done Power Princess. It can't be another Power Princess. But then I thought, well, who's got whip or like lassos in the Marvel universe? And I think I said Montana from the Enforcers, like an old style classic villain.
Yeah.
I think it was Craig who perhaps had the best guess, which was Senyaka from the Acolytes, which would fit in with Fabian Cortez, who's just been revealed as well.
It would indeed. And if I find a decent picture, we've actually had him in the Toy Biz line as well. So come on, where's the picture? Okay, so let me get a picture of him in box, because I've got a picture of him loose.
I got money in the bank.
I can hear a super chat in my ear hole. Who's this?
Ray Ortiz
Ray
donated
Ortiz.
$4.99.
Here you go. Thank you very
Here
much,
you
Ray
go.
Ortiz. Thank you very much, Ray Ortiz. I appreciate that. We need one more super chat, and the Who Crew Extra stream will be left public for you all to see. Ray Ortiz has took us one step closer. Right, let's. So, how do you say his name again, Rick? So I'm just going to butcher it.
Senyaka.
Senyaka. Okay, so he's an acolyte, right?
Yeah, he's one of the Acolytes, and he like
Is he-
trains like.
Which is he original? Is he original acolyte where he's on the team with Fabian, or is he one that followed? Because I swear it gets confusing, and half of them go with Fabian, and half of them go with him.
the team with Fabian in X-Men 1, 2, and 3, they all die, so it's only Fabian left.
They
So
crashed,
he's
don't
part
they?
of,
On
Astral he's
M,
part of the
yeah.
second intake. So he's like he does serve with Fabian for a little bit, but yeah, he's more Exodus's team of villains.
Okay, so this is the Toy Biz figure we had, okay, and you can see he comes with a gold rope, okay, so because he has like that charged up rope effect. So this is the tease. Now, could that be a screenshot of an image taken with him holding the rope? It is a gold rope. Like, this is him, the Toy Biz figure out of the packaging. Like,
You know what, though? I think Blake Johnson has got a good guess as well.
on,
He's
what's Blake
just
saying?
put Hussar, so Hussar.
okay, I'll just copy it. Has he read it in the chat?
Yeah, she's one of the Imperial Guard, but she's got like that as well, that kind of thing.
Okay, let's have a look. Let me have a little Google. Marvel Hussar. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes, she does have a little rope. Oh, okay. Okay, then. This is interesting. This is a great guess, This is good. This is good. This is why teasers are good, because they start the conversation. So you said that she is Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
And look at that. She's holding a little gold rope, very similar to where Wonder Woman would hold.
And we did have like Fang last
We did
year,
have
so
Fang.
it's definitely like, and we've had Lilandra this year.
have.
It's definitely something they could build out. So to get Hussar would be like a great figure. She's never had an action figure before either.
And people want a second opportunity at Gladiator as well. I know Craig Nostalgic Collection wouldn't, because he has just brought one secondhand from MCM. But I know there are a lot of people out there that would like the opportunity to get an upgraded pinless Gladiator. So maybe they could pack her with someone like Gladiator. So that's not a bad shout at all. So we're onto something here. It's something.
Damien's got a guess as well. He says Coach Whip from the Serpent Society. And we do
Okay.
usually get someone from the Serpent Society every year.
And with the Captain America movie, technically
Yeah.
having them in, yeah, that makes sense. Let's have a little look for that. Marvel, Coat Whip, Serpent Society. Okay, yeah, she does have some got this. So this one quick picture I found, she also has gold ropes. It's crazy how this one little gold rope that the Marvel universe is so vast. We can literally find 3 characters here that potentially it could be. Let me find a comic image of him. So it's fair game. Let me go back to that one so you can see what we're talking about. So that's Coach Whip from the Serpent Society. And there's still a lot of the Serpent Society we still need. Where's that? There's that big image, isn't there, somewhere that you can show off with them all. If I can find a good one. I go back. Comic image. Okay, he's got like a helmet on. That one will do. I don't know if this is more of a modern. He's fighting Deadpool in this anyway. From Reddit. There you go. That comic one, that will do, right? As a comic image. Yeah. There you go. So 3 comic images there. All 3 of them got gold whips. So yeah, potentially one of them is that little tease. What else could it be? What else could it be?
Well, there was a tease at LUCCA Comic Con, people are saying as well, of like some kind of horn thing.
Has anyone got a picture? Has anyone got
Jay-Z's got one up on Marvelous News.
Jay-Z, shout out JC on Marvelous News. He's got drones all over Europe right now. Right, Marvelous News. LUCCA Comic Con. Oh, there is a horn. Interesting. Okay, have you seen this tease yet, Rich?
No, I have not.
Okay, or have I? But we're going to see it together. Here we go. There's my horn, Rich. You impressed?
Ooh. Impressive. Blow your own horn, Dan.
Thank you. There you go. So this, again, okay, another tease. So we've got 2 new teases now. So if anyone's really paying attention to the Marvel Legends community, you will be aware we have got this gold rope or pipe or something, and now we have the horn. Has everybody in the chat seen the horn? What is that?
Is it a horn? Is it a horn?
Is it a knife? Is it? So Bug, right? If you want to call me a liar, talking about Mephisto, we've got to call Bug nicer, not liar as well. So strong collectors, I hope you're going to call out Bug as well, because Bug has been teasing the potential free pack or of some sort of multi pack from the Savage Land. So could this be a weapon from the Savage Land just shown us upside down? So we think it's a horn, but it's actually like a knife of some sort. Rich is turning his laptop upside down.
Could be. I'm trying to.
Let me save the image.
Let
Let me flip it myself. I'm sure I have 90s technology from the movies that I can flip it. Flip. Okay, let's flip that. Let's
It's like rhino or like a rock spit for rock slide or something.
Right, so I have used 90s technology to flip it because I am that advanced. There we go, flipped horn. What could it be? What the hell is it? Shine a knife?
It's like flat, look, isn't it?
The figure report says that's his toenail.
Ooh.
It looks like a cliff. A fin. Dolphin Man? Is that a character or have I just made that up? We're thinking. Everyone in the chat is thinking. Maybe the colour is off and it's an ice slide. No, I don't think the colour's off. I don't think that's an ice slide. It looks like a knife made out of rock. Says I am no Jedi. Can you not use your Jedi forces? The figure report says marrow. Marrow's not a bad shout. But marrow would be more bone colour, right? Rather than brown, grey.
What? It could, husk in like in the AOA, Husk had like things like that.
Okay, we are rumoured a Husk, right?
Husk has been rumoured, yeah.
So Marvel AOA Husk. She's not wearing a Generation X uniform though, right? And we're pretty confident she's gonna be.
She's in her like black uniform instead.
Oh, okay. Let me.
She like sharpens her like body into blades, like type of thing.
Interesting. So maybe could it be an interchangeable piece for Husk?
It could be, yeah, because that's like her powers are to like to change into different things.
So let me put Marvel Husk weapon. See if I can find an image here. Someone's made a custom Marvel Legend of AOA Husk.
It's Wings has done it, I think, with that one, and he's got the blade on it as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. So this is a custom Marvel Legend of Husk from the AOA with a similar blade type thing. That's a custom Marvel Legend. Shout out the creator. I found that on the Figure Realm. I was trying to find a comic image, but it would essentially be this look, right, Rich? So wouldn't you prefer her in a red uniform though, Rich, if we're going to get a Husk?
I'd like any Husk. Like I said, I love Version X. It's one of my favourite AOA crossover stories, so I would be happy with this version of Paige as well.
Kurt K donated $5. Neither of these teasers seem related to Stick. Vote Stick in 2025.
Look, Kurt K, I appreciate that, but that super chat may have been too late. Look at this. So I put this thing on, and it says the goal is ended. It wasn't in time. They missed the deadline, Rich.
Oh,
they missed the
fair.
deadline.
Oh, but it's Halloween, Dan. Come on, it's for Halloween.
They missed the deadline. He was so close, just too slow. Kurt K, I appreciate that. He says, neither of these teasers seem related to Stick. Vote Stick in 2025. Look, it's close to a stick. It's sort of a stony stick. Again, we're just brainstorming with you guys live on the internet right now, okay? So this is just, we're seeing this for the first time as well. So, yeah, interesting. So there are technically 2 Marvel Legend teases out there right now. You've got this knife, this horn, this something, and you've also got this gold rope. So 2 Marvel Legend teases for upcoming Marvel Legend figures. Strong collectors, I want to see your next podcast about this. What do you think these are? They'll probably guess what they're going to be and then say they're not going to buy them anyway, because that's what they usually do. They're like, oh, yeah, it's going to be this figure, but I'm not going to buy it. Jordan, are you going to buy it? No, I'm not going to buy it. Dakota, are you going to buy it? No, I'm not going to buy it. Okay, so there we go. All right. I have the Generation X.
Are you Team Whip or are you Team Task? Which one are you?
Yeah, indeed. Interesting. I'll be asking the people on the extra show as well what they think these are. So if you're coming on the extra show, I hope you have an idea. The strong talkers, says Kev's Collectibles. I told you, they're the weak collectors right now. They need to put in the work to get the collection game up. Okay. So lots of potential, lots of ideas. I've got a lot of tabs open on the computer right now. I need to close before my computer does crash. But Coach Whip was a good one. Hussar was a good one. Definitely not one I'd thought of. But Rich said the clues are there as well. We did get one of the Imperial Guard last year with Thang. So and we got a Brood as well. Who else got Brood? Who got brooded in that? Did Storm turn into a Brood? Am I making that up?
I think has Rogue been a Brood at some point?
I think there's a Storm.
Miss Marvel. They could do a Miss Marvel Brood. And call a Warbird Brood.
I'm going to put a poll in the chat, right? And the question is, if one of these reveals could be revealed right now, which one are you more curious to find out about, okay? So, which tease do you want to know more? Okay? And I'm going to put Yellow Whip. That's, again, even if it is a whip. And then Rock. Okay, so there's a poll in the chat right now, about to go live. Okay, so there's your 2 teasers, Yellow Whip or a Horn. If one of these was about to get revealed right now, genuinely asking the community out there, which one are you more curious about, okay? If one was to be revealed, which one are you more curious to find out the answer to? Is it the Yellow Whip or the Rock Horn thing? 62% so far, Rich. Early lead for the Rock Horn. Where would you vote? Are you voting Yellow Whip or Horn?
I think Horn. I want to see more of the Horn.
Is that because you have less of a guess, or is it because it could potentially be Husk, and you're excited?
That's more likely to be Husk. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
Know me too well, Dan. Know me too well.
The Figure Report says, I used to love playing Rock, Whip, Scissors. Look, you can add so much to that game. You go dynamite, you can go gun, go butterfly. Yeah, that really tricks them up. They don't know what to do. Biggest dog ever says, I went with a rock because I have no idea. The whip, we have pretty good guesses. Yeah, I get that logic. With the lit whip, we did come up with a few good guesses. But the rock, we are more in the dark regarding. Especially when we don't know the context of what Dwight said. Like, usually he says something to give us more of a clue. Daniel S says Shana the she-devil. We do need Shana. And as I said, Boog is promising us we're going to get this this free pack.
What, Shana the She-Devil 3-pack?
Well, Bug Nice on his recent videos leading up to MCM and 1027 was saying that he's got his ears to the streets, and you know he talks to his boys, and he said they told him that it was going to be a Savage Land free pack, and one of the figures in that pack would be like quite not well dressed, as in quite clad. So
Kazar then, yeah?
maybe.
But they're the same people who told you about Mephisto. Maybe they just go around. Sharma's Prime will be announcing like something else next week now.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. Loston. I always say names wrong. Says, Rich, you look awesome.
Thank you, Loston. Thank you.
The figure report says tip of Dragon's Claw. Savage Lang
It could be like some kind of like what about M-plate or something like that? Or what about a xenophage from Venom the Last Dance? It could be one of them coming together.
Don't even put that into the universe. Loston was with Boston. Loston with look, I'm so dyslexic.
Loston rhymes with Boston. Boston.
Okay, Loston. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, Loston at this point would be calling him Litania now. So you're lucky we nearly got it right.
Honestly, I'm so dyslexic. My brain does not read words and letters the same way yours does. I apologize. Sauron, unpainted beak. Now, why would they unpaint his beak? I guess you're referring to the tease. No, we've got a Sauron. I don't think we're going to be Sauron again. No, I don't think so. Should I be Deadpool or a Jedi tonight? Why don't you be Jedi Deadpool? How about that? Just get Deadpool with a robe and a lightsaber. Super Turk says, it looks like some sort of blade like Scar's swords. That's true, but we've already had Scar. So who else could it be? Put the pic horizontal. I just did that for you, and it didn't help us. Look, there you go. Now what is it? Now solve it. It's the tip of a spear, a prehistoric spear. I see a mouth line. That's not a mouth line. That's a crack. That's not a mouth line.
Is it like a fingernail right at the bottom? Is that like a massive
they're
giant
just cracks.
finger?
No, they're just cracks. Oh, it could be really far zoomed in.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah, we're definitely thinking a bit too much about this. There you go. Me and Rich will do our next two streams will be top 10 potential yellow whips and top 10 claws, spike horn things. The chat have spoken though. The chat
seems to be controversy in the chat of that you've stolen the whip picture from Damien. I can confirm that I filmed that whip picture on Dan's phone, and I didn't do a very good job of it. I
ain't stole no whip picture. I got shown the whip. Whoever stole that from, we were there. Stop being silly, everybody. We were all there at the event.
Yeah, Kev's Collectibles. Stop your rumour mongering. Who do you think you are? The strong collectors?
Yeah. Look, if I go to Jay, look, let me shout out Jay. Right, I didn't put the panel up because Jay put it up, and I thought there's no point putting up the same panel twice. What's the point? So Jay,
I filmed that so good as well. The cinematography.
Blame Jay. He had better internet connection than me. Right, so Jay's Toy Collection UK. He posted the Marvel panel. Look, there it is. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's me and Dwight Stall revealing some Marvel Legends to the world. Great times all round. And then at the very end of the stream, he leaves his computer up, and people zoom into the wrong place. Look, there you go. Look, so Jay is looking in the complete wrong place. Look, Jay's looking at that. Jay's looking at like these basic Marvel figures. Like, Jay was looking in the wrong place. But on the other side of the computer, he had the little gold whip thing. I promise you.
You should post that. Post that as a little reel. Just that bit.
Look, right, it's right. You can't see it because it's so small. But Jay was looking in the wrong place. But Rich, did you...
Was looking in the right place.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're
Rich
good.
is a super spy.
Yeah. So there we go. All right. So I'm going to end that poll. So far, 60% of the people out there would rather know the reveal to the rock tease than the yellow whip tease. And I guess everyone's got the logic. Please bring up Stegon. I kid you not, Dan. Please bring up Stegon. Okay, I'm bringing up Stegon for Damien. Stegron. I'm bringing him up for Damien. Let's have a look. Marvel. Stegron. Let me see if I can get a good picture of him.
Oh, not Shogun Lee's claw. No, thank you, Paul McCarthy. Bundled with bloody Kitty Pryde.
All right, this is for Damien. Because he begged of me.
And you stole his photos as well.
And I did. I'm a thief, even though we were all standing there together. There you go. There is Stegon. There he is. That was for Damien. Not one of his scales. Okay, so Damien's saying it could be one of his scales.
Oh my god. What if it's one of Hippo's teeth?
There you go. Don't get me excited now. Look, I see where Damien's going, though. I definitely see where Damien's going, but I don't get why it would be grey unless they're showing it as a tease in prototype form. But it's not usually the way they go about things.
Oh, if it's a prototype, it could be anything there. If it's like any colour under the sun, it could be anything.
Got money in the bank.
It's part of Mephisto's
St.
throne.
James donated $5. It's part of Mephisto's throne.
Thank you very much, St. James. I did speak to Dwight about Mephisto. I don't think Mephisto's on the horizon anytime soon, but there is definitely potential for Mephisto next year, that's for sure. Especially if these two direct to pre-order is successful. I think they will continue going down that sort of avenue where they will give her these bigger characters with these pre-order windows. Which I am not mad about at all. And I did speak, so just people are asking me in my DMs why I didn't speak to Dwight about Chameleon, right? I did speak to Dwight about Chameleon, but I spoke to Dwight about Chameleon off camera. So I said to Dwight that I was disappointed to see the reveal of the squashed face because everyone is thinking it's going to be Chameleon, but as comic Chameleon, and I really, really want an animated style Chameleon on the retro card. And Dwight gave me a little glimmer of hope, right? He says, well, maybe it's still a part of a retro Chameleon and it is just a tribute accessory to a previous version. So I don't know if Dwight was just giving me a bit of hope, and I'm like Hawkeye in Endgame. I'm like, don't give me hope. But yeah, maybe. So take that as you will.
I just thought of something out. So we've been focusing on comic books. What if it's not comic books? Mm-hmm. What if it's like MCU? And what if it's Rio's knife from Agatha all along?
I've not seen it, so I've no context of that. But is there a relevant knife?
Yeah, so there's a bit at the beginning where like there's a character called Rio who, like, I'm not going to spoil because you haven't seen any of it. But yeah, she comes and attacks Agatha and she's got this knife. Well, she's got knives all the way through it, like magic knives. So it could be like the tip of that.
I don't know if they're going to make figures from Agatha all along, right?
Oh, I think they might, Dan, because it's the best MCU show. That's why.
Okay. Kev Beatty has narrowed it down for us, and he says it's got to be spiky. Whatever the reveal is, it's got to be spiky. And he's not wrong. It probably is going to be spiky. Loston says, I hope it's very close in shot with Rachel Summers' shoulder spikes. No, I don't. I think the Hellhound spikes are black and they're a little bit different, but I like where your head's going. Jeff the Landshark's fin says Migs Luna. Now, we have already got Jeff, but it's more rocky in texture, to be fair, than a thingy. Stegan Build-A-Figure. Stegan's purple. Purple. He's orange, right? He's orange. So the last couple of teasers they gave us at San Diego with the Spider-Man were the grayscale renders. So, but that doesn't look like a render. It looks like a picture of a product shot. Do you know what I mean? Like that, it's not a render. It's a picture of a product shot. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I don't think it's a grayscale render because it's on the white background. I think that's a snapshot of a product shot. same as this blurry image. And I apologise, that's the best image I've got because I zoomed in. But it's I promise you, I've seen it in person. It's a rope of some sort, or pipe, and it's yellow.
I feel like at this point next year they're just going to show a pixel of what they're revealing. Just one pixel. Guess what it is?
Look, that's what we got to do. We're content creators. We will take what you've got, what you are willing to give us, and we will bleed it dry. Werewolf by Night toenail, says Phil Jones. Phil would be happy with that. He would like to add a Werewolf by Night to his collection. Got to be a spear tip or a knife flint? Yes, possibly. Okay, so I'm sure we will be discussing those reveals for many those teases for a while, because now that these shows are over, when's the next time we're going to see some reveals? Now, I don't think we're going to see anything in November at all. Like, I think they're going to save it all for January. I think we've had a lot of figures that are starting to hit retail. And I think they're trying to, like, everything's got to try and hit the shelves for the fourth quarter. Obviously, Giant Man's on his way out. So I don't think there are going to be any more reveals until December, like their live stream in December. Would you agree with that theory, Rich? Or do you reckon they could have something up their sleeve? But I'm thinking December live stream.
I think we might get, like, exclusive reveals or something like that.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. Let me have a look at what Dan was saying. He was definitely sort of leaning more into the bigger reveals for when he was doing his setting of expectations. Here we go. So this is earlier. Dan Yoon says, setting of expectations as he usually does. LUCCA is not usually the place we drop a lot of news. We usually save the big news for our end of the year fan stream. Have a safe and fun Halloween. So yeah, I think that now these events are over, they're going to be saving the reveals until the end of year fan stream, where they usually reveal a whole wave, to be fair to them. They've done it the last couple of years where we get a whole wave revealed to sort of kickstart the new year. I think last time they revealed all of the Wolverine 2-packs last year on the thing. So, yeah, we shall see. But use November as an opportunity to recalibrate your collections and think about your collection habits moving forward. What teams are you trying to hone in on? Sit back and look at your display and think, okay, what gaps am I looking to fill? Where am I going here? Where am I going? So yeah. Okay, we're back.
Just about. I've paid the bill now.
Oh,
Wilma's running on the electric downstairs.
I do think Dan said big things at the end of the year stream, says Jamie. Yes, I agree. Okay, Rich, let's get out of here and we'll go over to the bonus show. So, again, if you are coming on to the extra show tonight, where's my image? Then I hope you have a fancy dress costume ready to go. Who Crew Deluxe? Who Crew Deluxe? You got to have a costume. All right, it's Halloween. All right, don't let us down. Quickly go and put a plastic bag on or something like that. That's what mums used to do back in the day, right? You used to get a black bag and send you out trick-or-treating. Figure it out, right? You've got a few minutes. We're going over to the Who Crew Deluxe. And since it's Halloween, if everyone's going to be dressed up, then I'll leave it public while it's live, while we discuss these reveals. But I'm essentially going to be asking you your thoughts on these reveals and these teases. So it's going to be very Marvel Legends focused. Anything non-Marvel Legends we will discuss for Legends and LUCCA this weekend. So where are my intros? There we go. So Legends and LUCCA this Sunday, 3rd of November. Let's kick the month off with a Legends and LUCCA and we'll recap all of these reveals and all of the Mondo news. And Mondo don't like international fans confirmed. But yeah, we will discuss everything on Legends and LUCCA, Ghostbusters and all. So come over to Legends and LUCCA. Hit me up with the DMs right now if you want to be on the show. Again, please let me know ASAP and not on Sunday. Let me know beforehand. Thank you very much. I appreciate yous. But yeah, there we go. Those Sentinels will be my final purchase of the year. Yeah, you've got until the 26th of November to get those Sentinels in. So again,
no, that's K-Manga's last purchase ever. He's done that.
Oh, is that he done? He's quit. He's retired.
He's completed.
Well, he's probably got more figures than the strong collectors, though. To be fair, it's fair game. Cool said, hit Junker on the Deluxe show. If you want to be on the Deluxe show, as long as you're part of the Who Crew Deluxe tier, then hit me up with a DM after the fact, okay? After this show, hit me up with a DM saying, I want to be on the show, and I will send you the link. But you got to be in costume, all right? Rich spent a lot of money on that fancy dress costume. I mean, his regular wardrobe.
My regular wardrobe. a whole couple of pounds.
There we go. Next time.
The wig is obviously my own. I just own that anyway.
No, Richard's just had a great week in hair growth. That's all it is.
That's what I went to London for, Dan.
Rich actually shaves his hair by choice, and because he knew he was going to be Fred Flintstone this Thursday, he's just let it grow out for a few days, and that's what happens.
Because I've got 1,000 subscribers now. I had like hair follicle treatment done. Watch my video next week.
Where's my knife gone? I had a knife somewhere.
He's got a knife. He's got a knife.
What's up? Where's my Budweiser? Apparently, Scary Movie's coming back, actually. If you're a fan of Scary Movie, the Wayans brothers are coming back for the 6th one, so I'm happy about that. And I can't see or hear anything, so I'm going to take it off one more time before we go. All right, Rich, final words. Where can the people find you online?
You can find me in Bedrock, but if you're not there, you can find me back here next week and on Instagram at Displayed Once.
I don't know what you just said because I whacked my headphones out. So
that was so rude. That was perhaps the rudest thing. It's like, it's rude.
No, I'm so sorry. I pulled my mask off and it ripped my headphones out. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you told the people where they can find you online. Displayed Once.
At strongcollectors.com.
No, don't
the
promote
best
those.
collection with the strongest collectors.
Whatever you do, don't promote these idiots, all right? They use me as clickbait and they don't even collect Marvel Legends. They just talk about them. They just skip on everything. Buy some Legends and then you can talk about them, all right? There's already enough YouTubers online that review figures without even buying them, all right? That's the weak way to do it. I'm rich, bitch! And there you go. What are you pointing at me for? Look at my room, for God's sake.
All you were reviews are behind me, Daniel.
To be fair, Rich does send me a lot of his figures to review. Only because he gets them first. Rich is the source. He gets them before me. That's all it is. Thank you very much to Cole, who's upgraded his channel membership. I appreciate that, Cole. Thank you very much. He has upgraded that membership so we can jump on board. And yeah, usually that channel membership would be, it means you can only watch it, but today I'll let it public, all right? So let's get out of here. We will see you next week. So I hope everyone has a safe and fun Halloween. Remember, we're in the future in the UK, so if you're taking your kids out tonight, have some fun. My street feels like America. It was so lively earlier. Me and Amanda hung. I put a sign on the door saying, I can't answer the door, help yourself to the sweets, and we got some string and hung lollipops to our tree. So like,
that's
people
so stupid.
No, but it's fun, all right? Kids would love that. Oh look, it's a lolly tree, right? But we think that the first group of like teenage kids just come and grab all the lollies, and then
exactly,
it's so stupid.
If I'd have been walking past that, I'd have been there. I'm surprised if Craig had known, he'd been straight round getting all his lollies.
To be fair, I did see an Inspector Gadget run down the street, so I just seen this extender arm come and grab all my lollies. Anyway,
and just remember to all the kids who are still going out in America, if anyone tries to give you a Red Widow, you put it back. You say, no, I do not want the Red Widow. You chuck it away. Don't let them try and give you rubbish. You get the good candy and the good Marvel Legends.
All right, enjoy, everybody, whatever you're doing. We'll be back Sunday for Legends of LUCCA and some more nonsense. But until then, have a good day. Happy Halloween, and we will see you on the next one. Yabba dabba dan. Woo! I like it. Click one of these videos. I'll make sure my interview with Dwight is over there. So if you haven't seen again, I call it a conversation, if you will. Go and check out my chat, my chinwag with Dwight.
Paid sponsorship.
And I'll put something else over there. But I appreciate you. Write something nice in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.